Okay. All right, y'all. So, guess who is turning 35, y'all? I am about to be 35 years old. And I can't even believe it. And I just say that because it was just, it seemed like the other day that I was just having my 30th birthday party, and that was like amazing. So I just can't believe I'm about to be 35, and it has been such a blessing. These last 2 years of my life have been amazing, and God has blessed me. He has put people in my life to bless me, and it's just been amazing. It's been amazing, y'all. What I feel like is appropriate is I think it's appropriate to give you all lessons that I've learned, 35 lessons that I've learned throughout these 35 years of life. And because it's 35, Lord, that's a lot. I'm going to give y'all them a little bit at a time. And I actually wrote some down. I wrote them down. And here we go. Okay. These are in no particular order, but I wrote some things down that I felt, I don't know, I just felt like they were helpful, in no particular order. All right, y'all. Number one, go to school. Invest in your working career, and get certs. Okay, so this is what I mean. What I mean by that is you don't have to always go the traditional route of a 4-year university or even like getting an associate's degree. I highly suggest that you do. Just do it strategically. However, even if it's just something that you're passionate about, make sure that if you are passionate about something that you're learning all that you can about it. Continue to learn, continue to build on your skills. If you are in corporate America, be strategic about the roles that you take, the projects that you take on, the networking that you do with people, because it matters. It helps you move up in a corporate setting. Number two, value yourself and your wants in dating. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that we cannot have empathy for somebody else. I'm not saying that everything needs to be all about you as a person. When you take into account the things that you want and that you need, if you're dating somebody who does not possess those characteristics and you've had a talk with them about it, and you can just tell that's just not something they want to do, you have to learn to value your wants and your needs and your desires in the dating phase over their wants, needs, and desires. Like, it can't trump what you want. Okay? It can't. And you'll know when things are reciprocal. Number three, closed mouths don't get fed. I'm sorry, y'all, but some things are just not going to come to you. You literally have to open your mouth and ask the question, whether it's in class, whether it's asking somebody for a connection, whether it's asking someone for information, whether it's asking someone for candy in their house. You cannot assume that people know what you need and what you want. And sometimes you just asking the question and just opening your mouth, you'll get it. So we got to stop being afraid of just asking. Number four, taking the risk. Okay, y'all. This is I'll probably put an asterisk on this one because I think that life will life will throw things at you, and it will be situations that you never saw coming, right? Opportunities that you never saw coming. Sometimes, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it doesn't align the way that you think that it's supposed to be aligned, just do it, because you will learn that things don't always follow such strict plans. Your ducks are not going to always be in a row, right? Sometimes you just have to jump and take the leap. Number five. Number five. It's okay to pivot. this is something, this lesson is something that I've learned maybe like, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. So recently, um, we go to school or we've been told that we're good at certain things. And so you feel like because I've been doing marketing for so long, because I've been doing nails so long that I can't pivot. I'm too old, or I have too many years in this industry. Listen, life is short and you can do anything that you set your mind to, right? It is literally a mind game. So understanding that if something is not working for you, at least give yourself the opportunity and the space to pivot, to say that you at least tried it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 7. Are we on number 7? Okay, number 7. It's okay to find an interest in niche things, meaning you don't have to search on TikTok or search on YouTube, what are the girls into? What are you into? Okay? What are you into? If you like gardening, if you like crocheting, if you like astrology, if you like painting, do those things that you like. I'm telling you, it will bring you so much joy because life will life, and you'll realize that it's not all about making money, right? It's not all about getting this next career. And even when you do, you're still going to have times where you feel empty. And it's those hobbies that you genuinely connect with that are going to keep you going. Find what it is that you like as a person and continue to do it. Number 8, keep a savings account. I repeat, keep a savings account. Y'all, I don't care how much money you make, right? I don't care how much money you make. If it's $5, $10, $15, $20, make sure that you're keeping something on the side. One, right? It's going to help you to practice saving money. If you're making $10 an hour to $15 an hour to $30 to $40 an hour, or when you're salaried, you need to get in the practice of putting something away just for savings, just for a vacation. Just do it. Just for like the what ifs. Just do it. Okay. Number 9. Have a 401k. When I was 23, my brother-in-law and my sister bought a house. And they were the first people that was really close to me that I had ever seen purchase a house. I kind of, was all in their business when it came to the home buying process. So I realized that this purchase was a lot. And I was curious as to how they did it. Like, how did you save thousands of dollars or whatever? And my brother-in-law told me, he said, make sure that when you have a job, you get a 401k. It is money that you can set aside. You can set aside up to a percentage per paycheck. And it was probably one of the most important things I've done since then. If your job offers that, always take the max. If it's 6, 7, 8, 9%, 10%, take the max. Let them take the money out of your paycheck each month, each paycheck, because when you need it, you'll have it. I highly suggest taking out a 401k. Number 10, to piggyback on that, money isn't everything. We need money to live. I don't know where y'all live, but in these great United States, in this capitalistic society, you need money to survive. You need money to live a comfortable life, and money does provide a sense of peace of mind, right? However, there will be times where you'll have to make a decision between your peace and money. And it comes down to knowing what feels good for you, like where you are in your life, what is it that you want. You might have a job that is paying maybe $15,000, $20,000 less than what you would like to make, but you thoroughly enjoy what you do. You thoroughly enjoy your coworkers, your time is flexible. So just consider that money isn't everything. Okay. I think we're at number 10. Number 10. Invest in your outer and inner beauty. Okay, listen. I don't care what anybody has told you, but there are certain things that outside of like physical attributes or outside of having money, like those superficial things that make you beautiful, that make you love yourself. Okay. So, for example, if you are really into health and wellness, or maybe you're not even into health and wellness, but eating well is something that you want to do, it's okay to take a stab at trying to live a healthier lifestyle. So you may cut out dairy, or you may cut out beef, or you may cut out pork. Make sure you are investing in your body internally, because if you're not, it's going to show on the outside. Speaking of the outside, make sure that you are getting your facials, that you're getting your feet done, that you look how you want to present. Work out if that's something that you want to do, if something that you're interested in. I feel like everybody should be moving their bodies to the best of their abilities. I think you should. 11, build and harvest relationships with the people who have shown that they have invested in you. We are not meant to be on this earth. We are not meant to be by ourselves. We don't live on an island. And when you take the time to invest in relationships, those people will more than likely pour back into you. So sometimes it looks like traveling to go see your friend. They're going through something and you're calling, hey, I'm just checking on you. You sending them something like DoorDash. You asking them how you can show up for them. You know, it takes investing in relationships because we need each other. Personally, professionally, we all need each other. 12, build your own personal relationship with God. You will need it. This self-actualization, if you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self-actualization is at the top of the pyramid. And this is when all the needs at the bottom, so the shelter, the psychological, like the emotional, all of the other things that a human needs are fulfilled. You will get to a point, there will be things in life where you have literally tapped out, right? You have done all of the things that you can do and still no resolution. You're going to need something. And for me, that's God to be the cornerstone of your life. The hope, it gives you hope, and it cannot be relationship. You can't depend on somebody else's relationship. So your parents, your grandparents, your spouse, you have to have the relationship for yourself, because when you are getting to know someone and you really want to know them, you're around them all the time. You build that intimacy, and when life gets to life, and you're going to need somebody or something there to hold on to. And that's one of the things that my daddy taught me from the beginning. Shout out to my dad. 13, know why you like the dudes that you like. Y'all, at a as time progressed, I think when you're younger, you like you know that you may like boys or whatever, but you don't really know exactly what it is that you like. I highly suggest that as a teenager, a young lady in her 20s, think about the things that you actually like. So, not what social media says that you should like, not what Googling says that you should like. What is it that makes you attracted to somebody? And of course, you may say looks or money, but outside of those things. And in order for you to know that, you have to know yourself. This isn't things that you have to ask anybody. It's what makes you like somebody. So, for example, it could be someone who is selfless, right? You don't find that by looking at somebody. That is a get to know them type of situation. So when you move through your dating scene like that, you tend to attract more genuine people. 14. Know that you don't know it all. Okay? I don't care how many degrees, how many certifications you get, you don't know it all. And coming or going through life with an inquisitive mindset, with an open mindset, listening to other people, learning, researching, it makes you a well-grounded person. And it makes people want to have conversations with you. Um, you don't know it all, and nobody does. So coming from a place of just a know-it-all is really annoying, to be honest. 14. Take your butt to therapy, y'all. I feel like if you are over, shoot, probably even younger, but I think if you're over the age of 25, you have gone through some life, so personal experiences, or just life, like growing up, that has shaped the way that you think about things. There's something in your way of thinking that is just slightly off. And so I think it's good to bounce ideas or to get the perspective of a non biased source so that you are just going through life um, more informed and just a little bit better. I highly suggest that you find a therapist that you like and that you vibe with. And sometimes it takes a while, but make that investment. 15. Communicate your needs, Lord Jesus. Whew. This is something that I'm still learning. Sometimes you have to communicate the things that you want to the people in your life, to your job, to a business investor. There are times where you thinking that somebody should know something just doesn't resonate. And you keep being disappointed because you're not saying, you're not typing, you're not texting the things that you need. What that does is that leaves you to be vulnerable. And that's probably why I was so bad at it. But at the end of the day, when you are saying and you're communicating what you need, it doesn't leave room for the wrong interpretation. So I am getting into the habit of that. It's a really hard lesson I am learning. 16. Work out. Y'all, working out has so many perks. For one, it teaches you discipline because there are times when you're not going to want to get up. You are not going to want to get out of bed. You're on your period, but you know that if you've made that commitment to yourself, if your body's used to going to the gym, it will be a lifestyle. It makes you feel better and it makes you look better. People who work out on the regular are less likely to even get sick. Um, I don't know the statistics with that, but that's something that I've heard. And you can tell, if you're having a bad day and you're just like, I'm gonna go to the gym and work out, it makes you feel better. Get in the habit of moving. And the older that we get, the more of a sedentary lifestyle that we live. And that's what really, really, when they're like, ooh, the auntie knees, ooh, my back cracking. If you're not moving your body, yeah, when you do start to move, it's gonna wild out. So get in the habit of working out in some form. 17. Being imperfect is what makes you you. Embrace it. When you come to the realization that you are not a perfect being, when you start something, you won't be perfect. Your job is not going to be perfect. There's always going to be imperfections in something. You have to learn to look at the bright side or look at the pros of the situation, or you'll just be miserable. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable. So get in the habit of, when it comes to yourself personally, understanding that there are things in me that I wish maybe were different physically or like my personality. You can work on things, but don't beat yourself up because of those imperfections. You look at other people and you're just like, ooh, they're so pretty or they're so confident. You don't know what life took them through to be that way. You don't know that. You don't know what is behind the camera unless you know them personally. So don't beat yourself up about it. Just work on it. It's a beautiful morning. All right. What number did I leave off on? 18. 19. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. We evolve as people, and I know that you may have been good at something at one point in time. This is kind of what you did, X, Y, and Z. It's okay to try something new that just may be completely different from what you would normally do, because you don't know who you're gonna meet. You don't know if you're gonna like it. You just don't know. We don't know. 20? Ooh, 20, girl. Plan but be 20 would be to plan but be open-minded. I always tell people who are just leaving high school that you can plan your major, you can plan what internship you're going to have when you want to be married, when you have kids. That may not happen in the order that you say is going to happen or that you want it to happen. That does not mean that you throw away your vision, your goals totally. But understand that there are things that's going to happen in between, and it's okay to just rock with it. It's okay. You're not going to be in control of everything. And that's fine. Like, you don't want to be. As much as we think that we want to be in control of life, we're not. We're not. And you honestly don't want to be, because that would be too much of a headache. So 21. Number 21. Listen to your body. When you are eating well, when you're sleeping well, when you have a clarity of mind, you'll start to be really in tune with your body, and you'll know that when something is off for you. You'll know when something is off for you. And I say that because you may Google something, go on WebMD, and you see symptoms or whatever, or you may go to the doctor and they may say this is the norm for people, but you know what is different for you. You know what's different for you. So learn to really be in touch with your body. Make sure that you're touching your breast to see if there are any lumps. Make sure that you are, listening to when a cough is different, when your stomach feels different. Like touch yourself to see what is different. Pay attention, journal those things for sure. 21, have fun, right? Everything is, you can't be serious all the time, right? You cannot be serious all the time. It's just, that's boring. Have fun and understand that if you are making mistakes, it's not the final, you're not the mistake that you made, right? We all will evolve and grow, and you shed certain things, you learn lessons, but enjoy your life. And I say that because 21 to be honest, honestly, 17 through like 24 was the years. I had fun. I just was, I had a mindset of like, I'm gonna have fun. My life is gonna be great. Like, I'm doing the things that I need to do to make my life great. And my life has been good so far. And I will honestly say that things haven't happened the way that I thought they were gonna happen. Not all of the things. But it's still just jumping back to that state of mind. It's like, I've done what I can do, and everything else is out of my reach. And it's okay. I'm still gonna rock with it. Like, it is what it is. Be consistent. If there's something that you want to do, you're not gonna get there unless you practice it, unless you are consistent with it. The podcast, I remember telling myself, I was like, I'm shooting these videos and uploading them. Like, why isn't anything like popping off for me? And I don't think I'm still at the place where I want to be, but I told myself, you definitely not gonna get there if you're not consistent. So I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna keep pumping them out. I'm like, even if I only get 10 views, if I get 100 views, I made a promise to myself that I was going to be consistent. And I have been reaping the benefits of that. So for sure. All right, y'all. So we're at it again. All right, the list is long, girl. The list is long. In no particular order, though. Here we go. Number 22. Love or like should not be confusing. If somebody is really into you, you're going to know it, right? Because they know that you cannot read their mind. So they're not going to make it confusing. They're going to make sure that you understand that they like or love you. And if you have a question, if somebody does, I think that's your answer. Number 23. You can be soft and not seen as weak. I think in the society that we live in, when you go out in the real world, like you got to be kind of tough. You have to. But you don't have to be like that in all different areas of your life. And it's good to be around people that allow you to be soft. And I even when it comes to like family, just being around my brother and my dad, like, I feel like I can be soft and I don't always have to just be in control of everything or whatever. Like, they've set that standard for me. So even in the relationships I've had, even in my current relationship, I don't feel like I have to just be a bulldog on every situation. And it's a very lovely feeling, to be honest. 24. Forgive yourself. We do stupid stuff all the time. We make mistakes, and it happens. Whatever that mistake is, there may be a really big mistake, a small one, and whatever. I think the goal is to learn from the mistakes that we made and just to be a better person. You don't have to live or have to be defined by the mistakes that you made. Like, life goes on. 25. Delay doesn't mean denial, y'all. There's so many years that I would like pray for something to happen, And I mean, I would go years without it happening. And I'm just like, Lord, do you not want me to have it? Like, what is going on? But you have to realize that we are not in control. We are really not in control. And sometimes, it just kind of takes us that period of just like not knowing, or that period of asking for something and not getting it is, what builds character. Or even like sometimes what we want is not even for us. It's not for us to have. And that's a hard pill to swallow. But like, what can you do? It's like you can only do with what is within your power. That's all you can do. So just understand that things will come. It just may not always be in your timing. 26. There are some people, who just can't come with you year after year. They can't come with you on a journey. And it may not even be anything that they've done or that you've done. It's just you have outgrown that season of your life, and y'all just aren't meant to be in that same relationship, in that same capacity. And it hurts, but it's normal, and it happens. It's normal, and it happens. Like, some people just aren't meant to be on that journey with you. We need to learn how to be more. 27, or what were we? 26, or what? 27, 26. Yeah, I don't know where I am. 26 or 27. Let's be more self-aware. Sometimes you are the problem. And I know that you feel like you've done all this mental gymnastics and you've worked out a way to where you just don't think that you are the issue. Sometimes you are the issue. If everyone in your life seems to have this same problem with you, check yourself. You may not be coming off the way that you think that you're coming off, and it's okay to kind of reevaluate, do some introspection, and say, I need to change up a little bit. Like, I was tripping. It's okay. It's okay to do that. It's not okay to stay the same way forever. Like, sometimes you need to be checked, and sometimes you're the only person that can check yourself. 28, I think. You'll know if you don't have to shrink to make other people feel good. If you are around a group of friends, or you are in a relationship and you feel like you always have to like dumb it down or dim your light to be around these people, understand this may not be your cup of tea. They may not be for you. For whatever reason. And that doesn't mean that you're like pretentious or that you're trying to be better than somebody else. But like I said, like when you are finding your people, your group, your community, it's not gonna feel so hard to mesh with them. Like things are just gonna click. I don't know how to explain that, but you shouldn't have to dumb yourself down for them to be okay with being with you, if that makes sense. 29. Ooh, it's kind of hard. Stop comparing yourself. You and your best friend, you and your classmates, you and your co-workers, you and your siblings, we all live different lives. And it is so easy to look at somebody else and say, oh, they're doing X, Y, and Z. Why am I not there yet? Because that's what they're posting on social media. And you're just like, why isn't it happening for me? It's like, dang, I've been working at this job for years. I can't find another job to where I live comfortably. Like, why isn't life happening for me? But you don't know what this person had to do to get to that point. it just may not be your time at the moment. And again, that is a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth, because we're not all knowing. We're not the almighty God, so we don't understand all the things that are at play. Like, for example, for a long time, I was like, I want another job, right? I had gotten to the point where I liked my job. You know, I didn't have somebody micromanaging me. I got a chance to kind of build the department the way that I wanted it to be built. And I wanted something else. I wanted another job. And I would apply, and not get anywhere. I mean, for years. And I don't know why that was the case, but I'm going to tell you, one of the things that I learned, I got a lot of experience working the job that I was working because I had the opportunity to kind of teach myself some things. I was placed in certain situations where I had to figure it out. And as a result, when it came time for me to leave, I had the space and clarity to kind of build my nonprofit again the way that I wanted it to. So who knows? I don't know. But stop comparing yourself. Number 30. Listen, you are the table. There are certain things or certain capabilities, attributes, whatever, that you have that are unique to you. And when someone comes in your life and they are questioning your value or what you can add, if you don't see it through my behavior, you're not my kind of person. And sorry, but I don't have to write you a 2-page essay on the value that I hold as a person. If you don't have the depth enough to see it and to recognize it and to capture that, then we're not the same type of people. You're not my type of person. And I'm okay with us going separate ways, or you not being in my life in that capacity, because I've gone through the work. It's took me years to build confidence, self-esteem, self-awareness. And your inability to see that is not, you're not going to tear me down. 31 is my friend. You do not have to tell everybody everything. And that's friends included. There are some things that is for you and the Lord. You and the Lord only. God plants things in your spirit. Sometimes he gives revelations or give, things for other people to deposit into you. And it takes some time, some clarity, some mental clarity sometimes to receive that. And if you're constantly telling everybody what's going on with you, sometimes you don't have the space to receive it or to even hear it. Or, sometimes people, when they can't see that goal or that dream that you have, they just can't see it happening, they will unconsciously try to tear your dreams down because they want you to be realistic. They're like, oh, how's that gonna happen? Like, this is where you are, and they literally can't see it. But honestly, when God gives you something, sometimes a lot of times you can't see how it's gonna play out. And so you don't need somebody's negativity or somebody's inability to see what's going on and what it could be to deter you from your goals. So sometimes keep things hush. 32. It's okay to evolve. You're not going to be the same person that you are at 18 is not the same person that you are at 18. 25 is not the same person that you are at 35. And you can evolve and change and want different things for yourself. This is your life to live. And you have to get very for real and aware about those things that you want to your core. What is it that you want? What is it that makes you happy as a person? I'm telling you, living your life for other people and other people's approval will always have you in a state of like, am I doing enough? If you're really doing what you feel like you need to do, then you're going to feel like you're doing enough. So I think it's human to want to be accepted. We all need to have a group and have community, but realize why you're doing certain things. 33. Chemistry is not always compatibility. Y'all, these social media streaks will have you really feeling like that like what type of man, what type of woman it is that you want based off of like these 5 characteristics. Y'all, get a chance to know somebody. Get a chance to know somebody. A dude taking you, okay, just because a man works, has a good job, is attractive, has a 750 credit score, that doesn't mean that you all are compatible. And I know that's what social media tells you that you should want, but you have to get to know the person, right? Does his life, his desires fit in yours? Stop basing your likes, wants, and desires off of what somebody else says on TikTok. The man may have all of those things, but when it comes to being considerate, he doesn't have a considerate bone in your body, in his body. So you in a relationship and you the one doing all the work. So be mindful of that. 34, y'all, 34. Take a break from social media. I'm telling you, whether it's like a day, a week, because it can become so mind-boggling that you feel like, what in the world? Like, what is going on? You need a chance to like breathe sometimes. So just to take a break from social media sometimes. It can be a lot and it can be very overwhelming, and you don't need all that stimuli just all the time. Sometimes you need a chance to just like, I don't know. My last and final life lessons that I have learned is to keep your doctor's appointments. It is easier to keep yourself healthy if you know what's going on. So go get your checkups, go get your pap smears, keep your dental cleaning, keep your eye exams. Like, take care of yourself while you're young so that once you get older, it's not such a huge to do. Like, don't miss out on caring for yourself. And that's all I got, y'all. If any of these life lessons resonated with you, go ahead and, leave a comment with the one that resonated with you the most. If you would like for me to do more, I definitely can. Because life be life and life be teaching. So let me know, y'all. Thanks for listening.